Have you ever heard someone say, "You don't look your age"? Or maybe you've looked in the mirror and thought, "Is time being kind to me?" Now imagine that this goes beyond genetics, skincare, or good lifestyle habits. What if there's a spiritual meaning to this apparent youthfulness, something you may never have considered, but that could completely change how you see yourself and your life's purpose? Today, we're going to explore a fascinating perspective based on the teachings of none other than Padre Pio, one of the most mystical and inspiring figures in modern spirituality. This Capuchin friar, known for his extraordinary spiritual gifts, saw the human being as a unity of body, mind, and soul. And according to him, even physical appearance can be a reflection of something much greater, something deeply spiritual. But here's why you need to watch this video to the end. This isn't just a theoretical explanation. You'll discover how this directly connects to your life and how it can transform your worldview. In addition, there is a special message reserved for the end, something that can bring hope and clarity to your journey. Throughout this video, we will delve into inspiring stories, profound reflections, and practical teachings that Padre Pio left us. We will uncover what apparent youth can mean on a spiritual level and why it can be a gift or even a mission given by God. And believe me, this is a journey that can impact your life in a positive way, bringing visions that go beyond what the eyes can see. Get ready for an encounter with reflections that touch the soul and answers that may be closer than you imagine. And, in the end, who knows? You might not see your own story in a new light. So stay with me until the last second of this video, because something good, something that can change your day or even your life, is about to happen. Ready to start this journey? Let's go. To understand the spiritual view of youthful appearance, we need to know who Padre Pio was. He was not just a Capuchin friar in Italy, he was someone deeply connected to the spiritual. Known for his stigmata, Christ-like wounds, and for his gifts of bilocation, soul reading, and miraculous healings, Padre Pio was a true instrument of God on earth. But what is perhaps most impressive is how he saw the human being as a whole: body, mind, and soul. For him, everything in the body reflected a spiritual dimension. He believed that even external signs, such as physical appearance, could carry divine messages. Could this idea explain why some people seem to defy time? Have you ever felt lost, not knowing how to deal with life's challenges? Times of financial hardship, family conflicts, or personal crises can seem unbearable when we feel alone. But what if you had a powerful guide by your side? Padre Pio, known for his miraculous blessings and transformative prayers, may be the answer you are looking for. In the ebook, The Power of Padre Pio, you will find specific prayers for each moment of your life: protection for your family, strength on difficult days, guidance in moments of doubt, and much more. Don't let fear, insecurity, or lack of direction continue to dominate your life. Get immediate access to this spiritual guide and transform your reality. Click on the link in the first comment and download the ebook that is already helping thousands of people achieve peace, protection, and spiritual strength. You deserve to live with faith and tranquility. Don't wait. Start now. The link to download the ebook is in the first pinned comment. Apparent youth, a spiritual reflection? Have you ever stopped to think that your appearance can be more than just a physical issue? Padre Pio believed that the human body is not just a shell, but a living reflection of the state of the soul. For him, physical appearance, including apparent youth, was not something superficial or purely genetic. On the contrary, it could be a visible manifestation of something much deeper, a person's spiritual state. According to Padre Pio's teachings, divine grace is capable of illuminating not only the spirit, but also the body. He said that when we live in harmony with God and our mission, this inner light is reflected in our external appearance. Think about it. That sparkle in the eyes, the serenity in the expression, or even the countenance that seems to defy time can be signs of a soul at peace. Historical and spiritual accounts are full of examples of people who, despite difficulties or advanced age, emanated a youthful and vibrant energy. Many say that Padre Pio himself had a striking presence. Despite suffering intensely from his physical stigmas and challenges, he transmitted peace and a spiritual vitality that impacted everyone around him. This leads us to reflect. Could it be that apparent youth is not linked to our connection with something greater? This is where we come to the concept of spiritual beauty. When we cultivate virtues such as kindness, compassion, and gratitude, these qualities not only transform our soul, but also our appearance. Have you ever noticed how kind and serene people seem to radiate youth, even at older ages? Padre Pio believed that this is no coincidence. He taught that what we carry inside always finds a way to manifest itself on the outside. Another interesting point is the relationship between inner peace and appearance. When we live in a constant state of stress, anxiety, or guilt, these feelings affect not only our mental health, but also our physical body. Wrinkles, tired eyes, and other marks can be signs of an overburdened heart. On the other hand, when we surrender our concerns to God and trust fully in His will, the peace we feel is reflected in our appearance. Less tension, more softness, less heaviness in the heart, more lightness in the face. And if you think this is just spiritual, science seems to agree. Research shows that people with higher levels of gratitude and consistent spiritual practices have lower levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, and age more slowly. In other words, faith and spirituality can be powerful tools for maintaining a youthful and radiant appearance. Now, ask yourself, how is your connection with God and with yourself? Have you cultivated inner peace or allowed stress and worries to take over? Padre Pio reminds us that our appearance is only a reflection of who we are inside. So if you want to continue looking young, maybe it's time to look beyond the mirror and invest in what really matters: your soul. Youth as a divine mission. Imagine for a moment that your youthful appearance, the one that so many people comment on or that you notice in the mirror, is not just a matter of luck or good genes. What if it were a gift with a specific purpose? According to Padre Pio's teachings, nothing in the universe happens by chance, much less something as obvious as the way you are perceived by others. For him, everything in our existence has a greater meaning, a divine calling, and this even includes our physical appearance. Padre Pio believed that God gives us exactly what we need to fulfill our mission on earth, and as simple as it may seem, apparent youth can be one of these gifts. When you appear to be younger than you really are, this can influence the way people connect with you. Perhaps they feel more comfortable, more open to listening to what you have to say, or even more inspired by the energy you transmit. This can be a powerful tool to impact lives and fulfill the plans that God has for you. Think for a moment. How many times has your appearance opened doors, facilitated conversations, or even brought you opportunities that seemed unlikely? Padre Pio reminds us that even the details we consider superficial can have profound spiritual meaning. God uses every aspect of our lives to work on our behalf, and often to put us in the right place at the right time so that we can fulfill our mission. In addition, this apparent youthfulness can be a constant reminder that your journey is still underway. Perhaps God is saying, there is still much to be done. Your appearance can symbolize a renewed energy, a vitality that is necessary for the challenges that lie ahead. It is as if your external image reflects the internal strength you need to continue moving forward in your purpose. But this divine mission is not just about what you do for others. Padre Pio also teaches us that every gift we receive, such as apparent youthfulness, is an opportunity to reflect on the divine grace in our lives. It is an invitation to look within and ask ourselves, am I living in alignment with the purpose God has given me? If you feel that your youthful appearance is a defining characteristic, perhaps it is time to explore how it can be used to fulfill your mission. This could mean instilling more confidence in those around you, using your energy to inspire positive change, or simply being an example of joy and gratitude for life. Padre Pio reminds us that even the most subtle details of our existence have transformative potential. Finally, remember that your youth is not just something you have, it is something you are called to be. To be an expression of God's light in the world, to be a reflection of divine grace, and above all, to be an instrument to fulfill the purposes that only you can accomplish. This mission is unique, and your appearance is just one of the many tools God has given you to fulfill it fully. The role of faith and gratitude in physical appearance. Have you ever stopped to think about the impact that faith and gratitude have on your life, not only on the inside, but also on your appearance? For Padre Pio, these two spiritual pillars were fundamental, and he often taught that living with a heart full of faith and gratitude could profoundly transform the way we present ourselves to the world, both inside and out. Modern science also reinforces this connection between the emotional, spiritual, and physical. Research shows that people who cultivate practices such as gratitude and spiritual meditation have lower levels of stress, better indicators of mental health, and even slower aging. But while science explains the biological phenomenon, Padre Pio's teachings bring a much richer and spiritual dimension. According to Padre Pio, the soul is like a lamp. When it is connected to the source of divine energy, it shines brightly. This light, in turn, shines through the physical body. Inner peace, cultivated through prayer and trust in God, is like a balm that softens the scars left by the stress and worries of everyday life. Gratitude, on the other hand, acts as a force that lifts our spirit, helping us to see the good side of things and reconnect with the divine essence. Padre Pio often said, "Pray, have faith, and don't worry." For him, worry was an unnecessary weight that darkened the soul and, consequently, could affect the body. When we place our worries in the hands of God, we allow serenity to take hold of our hearts, reflecting in a lighter, calmer, and, yes, younger appearance. Now think, how many times have you allowed yourself to be consumed by worries that, in the end, were beyond your control? How could your appearance change if you began to cultivate more faith and surrender your burdens to God? Imagine waking up every day with the certainty that, no matter what happens, everything is in the hands of the Creator. Gratitude also plays a crucial role. Padre Pio taught that by giving thanks for everything, even hardships, we align ourselves with God's will. This act of humility and acceptance releases internal tensions and creates a state of mind that not only brings peace, but also benefits our physical health. When we are grateful, our levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, decrease, and our body responds in a positive way, making us more vibrant and radiant. You can start cultivating these transformative habits right now. Every night before you go to sleep, reflect on 3 things for which you are grateful. It can be something as simple as someone's smile or a small moment of joy during the day. Also, spend a few minutes in prayer, not just asking for, but giving thanks for all that you already have. By incorporating faith and gratitude into your routine, you will not only be improving your appearance, you will be transforming your entire life. Your soul will shine brighter, and that light will be visible to everyone around you. Padre Pio believed that true beauty comes from within, and by cultivating these values, you will be following in his footsteps towards a fuller, more serene, and, who knows, younger life. How can we apply Padre Pio's lessons to our daily lives? Understanding the spiritual significance of apparent youth is fascinating, but it only makes sense if we can apply these teachings to our lives. Padre Pio, with his spiritual wisdom and simplicity, left practical lessons that can transform not only our connection with God, but also the way we live our daily lives. Here are 5 ways to bring these reflections into your daily life and experience significant changes in your body, mind, and soul. 1. Dedicate yourself to regular prayer. Prayer is more than a time to ask or give thanks. It is a space to connect with God and renew the soul. Padre Pio used to say, "Prayer is the greatest weapon we possess. It is the key to God's heart." By dedicating a daily moment to prayer, you create a habit of introspection and spiritual renewal. Start with 5 minutes in the morning and another 5 before bed. Allow this time to be a pause to reflect, to let go of your burdens, and to connect with something greater. The more often you practice, the more your inner peace will be reflected on the outside. 2. Cultivate inner peace. The serene, rejuvenated appearance we see in spiritually connected people is no accident. Padre Pio emphasized that inner peace is one of the greatest reflections of communion with God. This means avoiding unnecessary conflict, forgiving those who have hurt us, and seeking to live in harmony with others. It's not an easy task, but start small. Ask yourself, is this situation worth my concern? Learning to choose your battles and trust that God is in control can ease the emotional burden that often shows up on your face as signs of premature aging. 3. Discover and embrace your divine mission. Padre Pio believed that each of us has a unique mission given to us by God. Your apparent youthfulness may be a sign that you still have much to accomplish. Take a moment to reflect. What is the purpose of my life? How can I use my gifts, including my appearance, to positively impact others? This could mean serving your family, helping out in your community, or simply offering support and kindness to those around you. When you live with purpose, your energy is renewed and your appearance reflects that vigor. 4. Practice gratitude daily. A grateful heart is a light heart. Padre Pio was a great advocate of gratitude, saying that it brings us closer to God and helps us see the blessings around us. A simple exercise is to list 3 things you are grateful for every day. It doesn't matter how small the blessings are. It could be something as simple as waking up healthy or having a moment of peace. This habit, in addition to bringing happiness, reduces stress levels, which are known to accelerate aging. 5. Take care of your body without neglecting your soul. Although Padre Pio was known for his humility and austerity, he never neglected the importance of caring for your body as a temple of your spirit. Maintaining a balanced diet, exercising, and getting enough sleep are essential practices for caring for the body that God gave us. However, he always emphasized that this must be balanced with spiritual care. Now that we have reached the end of this journey, you must have realized that looking younger than your age goes far beyond aesthetics or genetics. It is an invitation to reflect on the connection between your soul, your essence, and the way you present yourself to the world. Padre Pio, with his profound wisdom and his life dedicated to spirituality, taught us that everything in our existence has a purpose, including the small details that we often ignore, such as appearance. Your apparent youth can be a reflection of something greater, inner peace, spiritual balance, and even a calling to fulfill your mission in this life. This means that if you carry this grace of looking younger, perhaps it is time to ask yourself, how can I use this to positively impact the world around me? How can I take advantage of this gift to live my divine mission with even greater intensity? Padre Pio reminded us that everything we receive has a divine purpose. Whether spiritual or physical gifts, they are here to help us grow, connect with God, and above all, help others. Maybe this youthful appearance is your opportunity to transmit joy, confidence, or faith to those who need it most. Or maybe it is a way for God to tell you that there is still much to be done, many lives to be touched. But remember, true youth comes from within. It is the reflection of a grateful heart, a serene mind, and a soul that walks with God. The good news? You have the power to cultivate this every day through prayer, gratitude, and living in alignment with your values and purpose. If you have come this far, know that this is already a sign that you are seeking something deeper, something that transcends the superficial. And that is powerful. Now, the choice is yours. How will you take this knowledge forward? How can it transform not only your life, but also the lives of those around you? If this message touched your heart, share it with someone you love. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving reflections that illuminate the soul, and leave your comment below. Together, we can spread this light and make the world a place full of purpose and hope. God has something amazing in store for you. Never forget it.